Aloha, my name is Teresa Gabelo. For my project, I transformed the military plane into a structure meant to epitomize fear and insecurity. On the left is my chosen military plane. On the right is a surface plane which I created from computer-aided surface maker called Rhino, and then pushed and pulled surface points. I realized how much machinery work would be used in this class, so to compromise with what I wanted and create, I compared to what can be done. I researched what was already physically made. I decided to create a model based off of insecurity and fear. This setting of an ocean rocks with heavy waves could only strengthen the concept. I also researched material ideas for my model. I wanted to create a sort of gradient with my material and incorporate things that were surrounding my model, such as sandstone and glass, which is an offspring of sand. I definitely wanted to incorporate water into my project somehow as well. My first iteration instills fear into one who is afraid of heights by giving a drastic height and allows the feel of ocean spray from the rough waters below. The repeating plane shape appeared to be too much, so in my second iteration I researched water movement and was trying to place the model so that it would match my concept. I used a single surface instead of multiple to test how that would work out instead. I used a 3D computer-aided design surface maker called Rhino. I then exported the file to be able to be read off in other programs that's used to run a laser engraver. Here on the right you can see my design, and on the left you can see how the laser engraver looks like. I prepared my design to be a laser cut with the laser engraver. Then I assembled the pieces to create this real-life iteration. We had to choose a bird that was similar to our project. I chose a mandarin duck because it's a colorful bird and can go in the water. With my newfound knowledge with Adobe Illustrator, it helped me understand my project more. I used the colors as a way to subtract what I felt was too much in my model and what I should keep. It also showed me that I wanted to keep a naturalistic feel throughout my models. From the third iteration, I decided that I needed to subtract parts of the model to allow very open airspace. I wanted to keep the naturalism of the scenery there instead of hiding the outdoors. With my fifth iteration, I wanted more open airspace. To do this, I subtracted areas to imitate and give a water drop effect. I decided to not follow through with my fifth iteration and tried to make my model less triangulated. Instead of the continuous subtractions, I decided to try adding onto the model. I added a second floor that would distort natural light as it filtered through triangulated glass. The second floor didn't quite fit into my concept. I subtracted a middle piece and made my model smaller. It created more openness. I started thinking of realism. If this project were to happen in real life, would it be almost paper-thin structure? No, it needs to have a sort of thickness to create the mass in a realistic aspect of the model. Using a CNC mill for my project made sense to use, and it would create a sense of realism in my project. Here's a video showing how it works. Basically, there's a drill used mechanically, and it drills out the foam to create 3D surfaces. After my first successful practice with the CNC mill, I wanted to incorporate the CNC mill into my project. I spent countless hours almost immediately after given my final assignment to create my CNC mill structure, but because of communication errors between shop employees, a lot of errors occurred. Errors for my product having only its outlines to be milled, to one employee CNC milling, then another setting the origin point off, ruining the project. As the deadline was approaching, the wait for CNC mill use was really long, as well as the line to use the laser engraver. I resorted to creating a laser engraver ready file and printing it out with a regular printer and hand cut each piece. I still wanted to create the thickness like I would have with the CNC mill, which I feel like I successfully did. This concludes my presentation. I'm ready to answer any of your questions at this time.